Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Speechless. Vendors at the Marv Arcade were left speechless on Sunday after receiving news of an early morning fire at the facility. Last Sunday afternoon, Public Relations Officer at the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Emilia Evans, told reporters that 70% of the arcade was destroyed in the blaze. At approximately 6:28 a.m., the Marv Fire Station received a call of fire at the Marv Arcade. The fire was confined to multiple structures constructed of wood and zinc roofs, which made burning severely at the time we got the call, said Ebanks. He said firefighters based at the Marv Fire Station could not extinguish the blaze and had to call for the Yalas Fire Station for assistance. As the level of devastation began, obvious Andre Williams, who operates a cook shop and a storeroom at the arcade, told reporters he was hopeless. "Boy, I don't know where to start. Me in my bed this morning when me get the call. Last year me start my little business, and now me lose my fridge, over $300,000 worth of pots, utensils, and them thing there. Boy, I swear it hurtful, it hot. Me no know what to do, where to start. Me just a look," said Williams. Damain Minot, owner of Ink Legend X Studio in the arcade, said the fire happened just at the time when his business started to gain popularity in the town. "I started the business in 2018 and it has been going very well. I installed new shelves and even bought a printer. Now everything that I had in that shop is gone," said Minot. For Rayman and Geranda Thomas, this was a major loss. "We have lost the food shop, tattoo shop, hairdressing shop, and the dressmaking shop, where we sell things and so on. Over 8 machines were in the dressmaking room, and they are all damaged. I don't know what caused this fire, but this is a major loss," said Thomas. Other vendors on the scene told reporters that they were speechless. Councillor for the era, Warren Bryan, Marv Division, People's National Party, described the blaze as a sad situation and a terrible loss for the vendors. "I will be meeting with the mayor, Councillor Lenward Wall, Trinityville Division, Jamaica Labour Party on Tuesday to see the way forward. This is really sad and everything has gone up in smoke," said Bryan. Up to press time, the firefighters were not able to provide an estimate of the damage, while investigators were still trying to determine the cause of the blaze. Stressed teachers and the hurdles they face. Since the start of the novel coronavirus pandemic, educators who have been going above and beyond to keep students afloat have been suffering from stress. Following the death of 9 teachers last week, a survey was done with 3 high school principals across each county, a university lecturer, and educator at the primary level, revealed that stress is a common denominator among educators. Principal of Kingston College Dave Myrie told reporters that stress was present pre-pandemic and will remain so post-pandemic. "It will always be that way because any conscientious teacher who wants their student to do well and to progress will always be concerned and stressed about things, whether it is paced or the student not going in a way they want them to. The truth of the matter is that the whole pandemic and online teaching have been significant for many teachers because overnight, school moved from face-to-face to online," he said. "And that has with all its issues. For many schools, many teachers, they couldn't even see their kids because they didn't have devices to log. They didn't have connectivity in the areas that they were in, or they didn't have data to put on their phones. It's a whole range of different things. Teachers' concern was always about learning loss and what was happening to their kids." Mary said another factor to consider is that despite the pandemic, every school judges performance by grades obtained by students through the Caribbean Examination Council CXC, through both the Caribbean Secondary Education Council CSEC and Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Exam CAPE. And so, everybody is stressed out. Thing is not going to be done, knowing that the resources are limited. You are working in an environment with limited resources, but you need to achieve a whole lot. So all kinds of pressures are there, and the teachers are at the forefront of this, dealing with it on a daily basis," Mary lamented. Parents are also calling teachers as well, asking for help because they have difficulty managing and control the child who is in the house with them. "It is a lot of pressure and a lot of stress. You are under pressure in every which way," he continued. Harry Hansen, principal of Cambridge High School, told reporters that he has developed a personal coping mechanism. The challenges are overwhelming from time to time, but I do my best to take everything at a day at a time, and I just attack them as they come and try not to take anything too personal, because what is on me is not about me. This is my little way of coping with whatever comes my way, he said. Teaching is always difficult as it is. I think that overall, students come back with adaptive behaviors. That is what we are accustomed to. We have challenges that we have to deal with. We are just doing what we can do and doing sessions to have people understand that we have to work within our limits and accept what we can change just to do the best that we can, Hansa continued. Hansa said, there is an ever-present need for psychosocial support. We do that from time to time in our meetings, so we kind of have persons speak out self-care to ensure that persons understand that even without anybody coming and complaining, that we are responsible for our own mental and physical well-being. Even if it is that we sit down and chat with your colleagues or friends, just de-stress in a healthy way, we have these sessions every now and then, and they can't be too much. Pantita Walker, a teacher at St. Ellis Primary School, has also established ground rules to safeguard her well-being. I take my time, I don't stay on extended meeting, and I desist from calling my teachers after a certain time or on weekends. I make sure I attend the movies at least once or twice per month, get my massage, or read an inspirational book. I make sure I call up my family and keep in contact with my family and close friends. I watch movie regular at home and find something to laugh about, she told reporters. York Castle High School Principal Raymond Treasure said with the start of the new school term in January, the face-to-face environment has been more challenging. The truth is, the students have been out of school for nearly 2 years, and it's like we're starting all over again. Before, you had like a culture, and you could say that was your castle's culture. The senior students would pass that culture on to the new students. That would be like the thing we all embrace, he said. Now we are starting all over again, trying to create a school culture, trying to get the students to be disciplined, trying to get them to take their work seriously. That is going to add a lot of stress, especially if you're a teacher who is committed to the things and wants excellence. It is going to stress you. You clearly have to put in a lot more work. Treasure told reporters that a lot of people do not realize that teachers are probably more exposed than others who are out there working. You are dealing with up to 40 students per class, certainly at the high school level. From that number, a number of them from time to time contract COVID. So I tell you that there are teachers out there who are contracting COVID up to 2 or 3 since they have returned to face-to-face classes. No, that cannot be a good thing for any teacher. Whether you're wearing masks or not, the reality is that most time you're in a classroom, space that was really designated for about 25 students, and you have 40 students in that class. It is stressful for different reasons. People are getting sick because you're constantly exposed, and they have to put more work because the students have come back with far more challenges. If you're a teacher who has underlying condition, you are not going to respond well to some of these situations. Last week, 9 teachers died in a little over a week, and the president of the JTA, Winston Simmet, said he believes the high stress level in the nation's classroom contribute to the incidents. He further urged teachers to implement relaxation exercises to relieve stress and call for spiritual intervention on behalf of teachers. However, psychiatrist Dr. Wendell Abel said the deaths may have been merely coincidental. There is a mental health fallout from the pandemic, and everybody is affected, but what I am seeing, I don't see the teachers are affected any more than any other group in the population, he said. We certainly know that people have been brought to the brunt of the pandemic, or the healthcare workers, and we are not seeing any increase in deaths among healthcare workers. But Shellen Summers-White, lecturer at the Mark University College, said players in academic need to get great attention to teachers' welfare, strive to promote the whole teacher, the champion, the cause of educator well-being throughout self-care. Arguably, she said many colleagues made it through a long career unscratched health-wise. But nowadays, Samuel White noted job-related stress is seemingly taking a toll on many teachers, and as we know, teachers with ill health cannot adequately serve. Given the rise of recognition stressors such as poor classroom conditions, inadequate wages, low respect, we can see clear as day that causes of teacher stress and burnout are related to increased job demands, especially around testing, addressing challenges such as behavior, a lack of autonomy, and decision-making power, and not nearly enough training to support educators and students' emotional needs. In our quest to promote positive 21st century classroom climate and developing the whole child, the demand of our job are becoming more and more intense. With so many tasks competing for our attention, it is easy to lose sight of what is actually important. Mary agreed, saying teaching is a thankless job, but teachers do it nonetheless, with a desire to see students develop and move forward. I don't think this country understands or even appreciates the difficulties that a teacher goes through on a day-by-day basis. In my own view, I don't even think they care. There is a lot more care and concern if a school tells youngsters that their grooming needs to be changed than the death of 8 educators. It is educate the child and make sure the child does whatever, and that is where it stops. I don't think the teachers feel appreciated outside of the school environment. Some of the teachers don't even feel appreciated by some of the students they teach. Further, Samuel's White reiterated, teachers let us commit to doing some things often, purely for its self-care benefit. Self-care is not one size fits all. Do more of what works for you. Make it personal. Make your needs a priority in order to better prepare to help others. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.